Thank you, Sergeant Bubakar. Virginia requires every deputy to complete state-certified training before serving. There's no such requirement for an elected sheriff, but optional training is available through the Virginia Sheriff's Institute and Department of Criminal Justice Services. Our question is, if elected, what will you do to make sure that you're just as prepared as the people that you lead?
Yes. So once I'm elected, I will obviously work to find out everything that I'm going to need, such as the training that a sheriff should get. Being a police officer also and being in the military, I do believe that I'm coming with a lot of experience when it comes to the leadership-wise, understand how things work. I was a company commander in the Army National Guard, so I understand the planning and things that needs to be done. Sheriffs is very important because it comes with a lot of powers. So it's very important that you get the training. I don't mind going to training, which I'm sure with the Virginia Sheriff's Association, I will figure out now how to get it. And also, one thing I'm going to do, not just for me, but also for my whole team, I'm going to make sure that everybody go to the FBI leadership school, because you can never get enough experience, enough leadership training. So these are stuff that I would do. Thank you.
Sheriff Miles?
So currently, let me start here. What I have enjoyed most about being in this position is that I came to Suffolk at the bottom and worked my way to the top. I have been able to participate in every aspect of what this agency does. So I'm not leading from the outside. I'm leading from coming from the inside. As the chief deputy, I attended the FBI leader courses and received my Trilogy Award for leadership training. That's something that we're putting all of our supervisors through, because what I didn't like and what I've seen before is people pass the test and were promoted, but we're not giving any tools for leadership. I don't think rank is leadership. Leadership is leadership. And equipping those who are leading with the tools to be a leader is significant to me. When I was promoted to sergeant, I had a lot of ideas about what I would change about the sheriff's office. When I became chief deputy, I started to understand the what and the why the agency had the rules and the practices the way that it did. It's most important to know what you're doing before you start making changes. And that's what the benefit is for me, being chief deputy for so many years before I became sheriff, is because I got to not only write policies to get us accredited, I got to get down to the nuts and bolts of what makes this office function. So leadership for me is servant. If you want the best from the team, or best from the team, you have to want the best for the team. And that's why we are investing in the agency that we currently have. No one invested in me like Suffolk did when I came here. And that's something we're continuing to do for every one of our staff members.
And Sergeant Summerall?
That's an easy one for me. I currently have 3 degrees. I'm a huge proponent of education and training, my highest being a master's. I've been through 4 law enforcement academies. My most recent was 2 years ago, and I did that as a 51-year-old gentleman. That was much different than when I was 20. I'm a federal instructor currently. I was a military instructor. I was a DCJS certified instructor. I've been through FBITP. I've been through 4 major military schools. Training is extremely important. When you carry a gun and you have a badge, that's a lot of authority. You need to know what you're doing. You need to know the laws. You need to know leadership. In the military, I've been through multiple leadership schools. With Portsmouth, I've been through some. With the federal government, I've been through some HR training. As I moved up the ranks there, in the past, I was a lieutenant with DOD, and I had a whole precinct that was mine out in Northwest. So training is hugely important. And if I was lucky enough to get elected sheriff, I would try to go to the FBI National Academy, Yellow Brick Road, follow that. I would go to all sorts of training. I'd try to go to as much training as I could get, actually. I would have to actually slow myself down. I'm a huge proponent of it. I'm also, for the people that work for me, I'm a huge proponent. I would try to help them get school. I would encourage them to get college. I'd get them into all the training I could. I'd get them all BLE certified, basic law enforcement, and I would get them CIT certified. everything that I could get them into that they wanted to go into, I would push that for them, because the more trained you are, the better you can function for the citizens and the folks that you're working for in the long run. And it's just, you can't talk about how much training is. I could go on forever about how important it is, but I would try to get all that I could, and I'd make sure my people got as much as they could, continuing moving forward.